mean, I'm used to hearing that when it comes home to family, when it comes to friends, but not my patients. You see, I've worked very hard. 9 years of school after high school. Actually, this year is my first 10-year high school reunion, and I'm just like,
I just graduated from school. I haven't even lived my life yet.
It's very difficult for me when I'm in the dental office and a patient wants to call me Jessica, especially without my permission. Since I started working, a lot of times patients look at me and they're like, aren't you too young to be a dentist? My response typically is a chuckle, and I say something like, no, I'm pretty well qualified. Did you see the diploma on the wall? Or, you know, something smart just to kind of make it lighthearted, but in reality I'm actually kind of annoyed that they're even asking me that, because like I'm just going to have a fake degree and, you know, say I'm a dentist and practice illegally. On the other side of that, I try not to get so offended, and sometimes I'll joke and say, oh no, I'm actually only 12 years old, I'm a child genius, or, you know, something like that. But when they call me by my first name without asking my permission, I kind of take it as an insult. See, we worked very hard for us to earn those 3 letters postnomial, DMD or DDS. And so when you take into consideration the countless nights of studying, the countless examinations you had to take, including the DAT just to get into school, having to keep your grades up, having to lose sleep, sacrificing for 9 years straight after high school, going to school constantly since I was in kindergarten up until the time I was 26. I mean, it's tiring, and you worked very hard to get to that point. So when someone just comes in and calls you by your first name and they don't know you, and I kind of feel like it's like a slight or disrespect. And I've had patients ask me, is it okay for me to call you Jessica? And it's been very difficult for me to answer that, because I feel like if I say no, the patient might be offended, and if they're a new patient, I don't want them to have a bad impression of me. So I've said yes begrudgingly. But recently, I had a patient ask me, and I just kind of got tired of it because it's been quite frequent. And a lot of times it's preceded by a patient saying, aren't you too young to be a dentist? This particular patient asked, you're really young to be a dentist. And I was like, yeah, I just went straight to school and finished, and I've been practicing dentistry for a few years now. You know, I'm including clinic, okay? So anyway, she's like, oh, okay, well, what's your first name? I said, Doctor. Then she said, oh, no, it's Jessica, right? I said, yes. She said, are you okay with me calling you Jessica? I paused for a moment, and then I looked her straight in the eyes, and I said, no, Dr. Jessica is fine. Then she said, oh, okay, I get that. I've been a teacher for many years, and so I understand. And that was it. It wasn't the end of the world. She didn't get up, grab her purse, and leave out the door and say I'm disrespectful or I'm full of myself. And the appointment went smoothly after that. We chuckled, we laughed. I feel like if a patient calls you by your first name, especially as a new dentist, it makes it very difficult for them to respect you in your position. It makes it very difficult for them to take your advice and actually follow it. Sometimes I feel like patients do that to get a one-up on you, so that way, in case they don't like something that you're recommending for them, they don't feel as obligated to do it because you're not doctor in their eyes. Even though in the back of their mind they know, I think it's a psychological thing to call you by your first name. They feel more comfortable saying they don't want to do something. Does that make sense? I don't know. Weigh in and let me know how you feel about it. But for me, I feel like I want to be called doctor until I feel comfortable enough to basically develop that rapport with the patient to where I don't even care if they call me JJ, Jessie, Little Mama, you know. But as for now, I want to build my reputation in the community as being a professional and someone very capable of treating you just as well as dentist next door. Alright, until next time, peace, love, and dentistry.
For more videos and the latest updates, don't forget to subscribe.